Hello everyone, this is Amit. Welcome to another Notepad++ tip. In this video, we are going to look at one of the questions that a user asked in this video that I posted a while ago. Now, if you have a question or if you're stuck in Notepad++, feel free to ask any question and I'll try my best to answer it. And if I can demonstrate it using, making a video, I'll do the same. So in this particular video, there was joining a multiple line without spaces. And one of the user asked me a question right here in which it is a little different than joining all of these lines into a single one. So let me just take this and copy that into Notepad++, and we will see how we can actually just do this in just one shot. So I'll open Notepad++. In fact, I already have that. Right. So a user has something like this where they have a line here and then they want to sort of join a consecutive lines. And so instead of joining all of them together, first and second line needs to be joined, third and fourth, fifth and sixth, and onwards. And so from here, the user wanted to have something like this. And so if you do it manually, you basically will do this, and then you do this, and this, and this, and onwards. And as he said, of course, in this case, he just posted a sample. But if you have, literally thousands of lines, it would take forever for you to actually, keep pressing backspace or some other ways. So you can actually handle this in multiple ways. Today, what I'm going to show you is using a search and replace, but we'll be using a regular expression. And so it will be a little more interesting, but we will try to build the regular expression. And as we build, you will understand what I'm doing. And so in order to change from here to something like this, let's open our search and replace. So there is a keyboard shortcut which is Control H, or you can go to search and you can do replace, which is right here, Control H. Okay. So, all right. So if you want to build regular expression, you need to make sure that your search mode is under regular expression. Now, if you're not familiar with regular expression, you can Google. It's just a more advanced way of searching using a very unique sort of keywords and so on. So for the lack of better terms, I might make a video of regular expression as a whole where I will go into more details, but I'm assuming that you will have a little bit of idea what regular expression is. If not, still continue to watch this and hopefully it'll make sense. All right. So what we want to do is we want to build the regular expression, and the way in which you start is always start small. Don't try to make it really complex regular expression, because that will be very hard to decode and even understand. All right. So what I would like to do is, you can see right here there is SE, and it's not O, it's actually 0. So SE0, SE1, SE2, SE3, 7, and different numbers. And so the way in which I can sort of find this whole line is I can do this hat symbol, which is actually Shift and 6 on your keyboard. And what it tells me, according to regular expression, is start right at the beginning of a line. Okay, so start at the beginning of line and then dot star, which means everything, everything in this line. But I want to stop somewhere here, right? So what I'll do is I'll type SE, and now I cannot type 0 here because see, this is changing every time. So it's 0, 2, 4, 6, and different numbers. So I'm assuming it's a single point, a single digit. So the way in which you can specify a single digit using regular expression is you use a square bracket and then you do 0 hyphen 9, and all it's going to tell is that anything between 0 to 9, so any number that it finds, just find that. Okay. All right. And then let's actually test it. So we are not going to do any replace. Let's see if it's able to find this line number 3, line number 5, 7, and onwards. Okay. So we'll just quickly do a check. And you can see it is able to find all those lines, right? I don't want to go further, but let's go back here. And you can see if I do search, it is able to find those lines. So that is our first step. Now, what we need to do is we need to bring the second line or join the second line to the first, right? And so let's try to build that. And so I'm going to do this greater than sign and then less than sign. And again, we are encountering these numbers, right? So there are numbers which are not consistent, which may change. And so in that way, again, we can use similar thing like what we did. So 0-9. And if I can put, actually, I can even specify that there are always 2 digits. And that the way in which you do is this curly bracket and 2. So what does this mean? This means that, pick any 2 numbers, pick any 2 digits, but it has to be just 2 numbers. So it's like 12, 20, but you cannot have 1, or you cannot have 100 or 200, or larger than 2 digits. I'm not sure how the user has, because it's such a small sample. So I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to put a star. And when I put a star, it means that whether it's a single digit or whether it's a multiple digit, whether 2 digits, 3 digit onwards, just match all of those. Okay, and so we are done with this part so far. And then finally we need this one, right? So greater than, or less than, I'm not sure. Yeah, greater than sign. Okay, and so actually let's do this. We will copy the first part of it and then paste it here. And now, because we just want to check whether the second part of our regular expression matches what we are expecting. And so in this case, what it should match is second line, fourth line, sixth line, and onwards, right? So let's see if it works. So do find. You can see it matched, and so on. So it is matching. And so now we have sort of combined. This is for the first line. And then the second part is for the second line, right? Now, so now comes the fun part, right? We want to sort of combine these two or join consecutive lines, right? So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and onwards. So the way in which you do is, what we want is, we want this entire text to be replaced with, right? And so the way in which you do these replacement is, you need to put them into a parenthesis. Okay, so and you will see what I'm trying to do here. I'll say start from here till right here. So that is my first sort of replacement. And then the next replacement starts right from there and then ends here. Okay, and so by replacement, I mean is what part of text that you want to replace. Now you can change something completely different, but what if you only want a certain part of this? And so these parentheses allows you to create these replacement. Again, for the lack of better term, there is a whole sort of method in regular expression, but we are trying to be practical here without spending hours and hours to learn. So what so far we have done is, we found the first line, we found the second line, and similar consecutive lines, or matched, I think that is a better word. And then we put these replacement brackets so that we can use them. And the way in which you use that in Notepad++ is put /1. So /1. So /1 means that this is my first replacement, and this is my second replacement. So all I have to do is first replacement and second replacement. And here where the magic happens, what we just did is we match first line, second line, and then basically replace with combining those two. All right. And so let's see if it actually works. So let's say find. Oops, we should go here. Okay, and let's try to sorry. Okay, so it is not matching, and the reason why it is not matching is, see right here, we said that this is the first line, this is the second line, but Notepad++ doesn't know, or regular expression doesn't know, that there is actually a new line character here. Okay, and so in order to see what line characters are here, you can actually click on this show symbol or show hidden character. So if I'm going to click that, you can see that this is every time you press enter is actually adding this carriage return and line feed into it. And so this one would only match if it is just on a one line. And so the way in which you actually tell Notepad++ is that there is sort of a new line character is /r/n. /r means carriage return, and /n means a new line character or line feed. All right, so now let's see if it actually able to find this. So I'm going to click find, and now you can see it is able to find first and second line. And all we are basically doing is combining these two lines, but not replacing, not adding this new line character. Okay, so let's go find next, and you can see it is doing pretty well. Now all we have to do is just replace, and you will see what will happen here. So replace, 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 and replace. And so now we are able to join every second line. Now in your case, once you figure it out and once you test a little more, all you have to do is you just go and replace all. Make sure that you copy or you make a backup of your code or whatever you're doing, just in case something goes wrong, right? And so you test a little bit and you make sure that everything works fine, and then you just test few more and then just click replace all. And no matter how large your file is, no matter how many lines are there, it should be able to work, and it should be able to replace everything without you manually doing that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is not the only way to do it. You can even create a macro, but then again, you need to learn how to create a macro in Notepad++, which is right here. And I have a video about macro creation, and so you can take a look at it. Go to my channel and search for a Notepad++ macro, and that will show you how to actually create a macro which can also do this thing. And at the same time, even the regular expression, there are multiple ways to basically tackle this issue. But I just wanted to have a quick way for those who probably may not know all the ins and outs of regular expression to quickly actually create something and then being able to do what they were actually doing. And so I hope you learned something new. If you did, please click on the like button. Please add a comment. And as I said, feel free to add any question, and I will make sure that I'll answer that and try to make a video if there is something that others can also learn. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. I post new videos about all kind of programming tips and tricks which can help you make a better programmer. So check out my channel and make sure that you subscribe. All right. Well, thank you.